This is an example of an attention-seeking behavior. Harmony has a sticker in her mouth. Recently, she's been putting different things in her mouth, looking at me and her father, and having the biggest smile on her face or running around. So I'm gonna record when she does this a few times, and then I'll compile what you should do or how you handle when your child does things like this. But this is what she's doing. This is a puzzle piece that shouldn't be in her mouth. This is another example of the attention-seeking behavior with Harmony putting items in her mouth. You have to get this problem solved. So this is an example of possible solution number one, which is getting down on their eye level and asking them directly, not having a strong emotional reaction. Right now, my daughter is having that toy in her mouth. Obviously, it's very dangerous. So I'm going to show you how I'll deal with this. Harmony, can I please have that toy? So she's not just giving it to me. So I'm going to move on to the next thing, which is removing it from her environment. Thank you. So this is how I'm approaching, or one of the ways that I'm approaching Harmony's issue, or the issue of Harmony putting things in her mouth. One of the main things that I notice that she's putting in as I'm creating these videos and making this content are these specific pieces. So what I've decided to do is to actually just remove them. So I'm putting all the ones that I have found from her playroom in a little baggie and taking them out. It's okay to remove things if your child's just not ready for them. On top of that though, I do want the behavior to diminish. So a part of one of the solutions that I'm trying, because keep in mind, not every one thing works for every child. So this is just it's kind of like, it's a test and trial thing. So something that me and Harmony just did and that I'll be trying is reading her a social story. Now, social stories are a big deal for young children. Her and I created a story together and it's called A Mouth Is Not For Everything. So I know that this picture looks so crazy, but I actually had her help. We made this together. So hand over hand, I actually took her hand and she drew these pictures. Of course I did it, but I had her hands and I had her make the circle for her face and all of that. So the point of me involving her is so that she can have the recognition, for one, that she did this work, and so that when she's reading this story about all the ways you can use your mouth and the ways that you're not supposed to, she'll be able to remember it. So I say all that to say social stories go really far with young children. I have a lot of other ones that are by like published authors. For example, this book is called Feed or Not for Kicking. Similar premise. I just decided for her and I to make this one together. So I'm going to record her and I reading this together. And like I said, other times where I may see other things in her mouth, my husband and I are going to be able to sit down with her and say, uh-oh, and just kind of remind her. So I'll read the book and show the pages so that you guys can see how I do this, okay? So Harmony, we're going to read the story that you made, baby. Look, your book, A Mouth Is Not For Everything by Harmony. So this is Harmony and that is your mouth, right? You saw the front cover. And this is just paper, straight up paper. I ripped out of her book. My mouth loves food. So Harmony, this right here, these are some of the things rather that you love. You love your milk, you love cornbread, and you love oatmeal. See? My mouth can whistle. So this is Harmony whistling. Super simple pictures that nobody's being an artist over here, right? But she will internalize, oh, this is what I do with my mouth, and be proud of her own work. It's recognition. My mouth can sing songs. Look. Harmony, look at this. My mouth can sing songs. This is Harmony singing your favorite song. I love you. You love me. happy family with a great big and a kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too? Next page. My mouth, can I see your finger? Look. My mouth has teeth that I brush. This is Harmony brushing her teeth. So that's something else you can do with your mouth. That's your toothbrush. It's green and red. And that's Harmony brushing her teeth. Let's see what else. What other things you can do with your mouth. Objects are not for my mouth. Uh-oh, look, that's Harmony. And you look very sad because you're putting letters and pegs and numbers in your mouth. But baby, the reason you can't do that, look at mommy, look at me, look at mama. It's because it can go in your throat and then you can get so hurt. You won't be able to breathe. It will be so scary. You don't want that, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Objects are not from her mouth. These are like some things I've seen in her mouth. Literally just, that's supposed to be her. Mind you, her and I made this together. So she, made her, like I said, hand over hand. I had her hand as I drew the face and drew these objects. But I explained to her before that this sign means no. So Harmony, the big red with the slash means no. Mommy is happy when I use my mouth correctly. This is Harmony. Look. And this is Mommy. You see, I'm so happy. I'm so happy when you do the right thing with your mouth, right? You can do it, Harm. Another note is that I'm using positive reinforcement through this. I'm not yelling at her. I'm not, making this a big deal on the negative tip. Young children, they don't differentiate between positive and negative attention. It's just attention at this age, right? So you want to make sure the attention that they're getting is one that yields the results that you need. So, yeah, ultimately, this is one strategy that I'm going to try. But like I said, since for me, I'm noticing one main thing is this specific little magnetic letter thing game or whatever. I'm just removing these from her environment as well. And any other time that she's putting things in her mouth, I will be reading this social story. And I may need to pull another trick out the bag if it continues, if it's worse, if she's still doing this all the time, with these gone, with us reading this story all the time. I suspect though to see a change in the behavior. So that is one of Brittany's tips from me to you. I hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching.